Attention all basketball fans. CMG Sports presents the Posting Up Podcast, where Lucas Boldick, Sean Scanlon, and Kings A discuss the latest news and topics throughout the NBA. So, if you have a love for basketball, make sure you check out the Posting Up Podcast, live every Tuesday and Saturday on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Also available for download on every podcast platform.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to All Four Downs. It's the NFL Pick Week 13, and we got a lot of games that's coming up. Sunday, actually starting Thursday, Sunday, and Monday night. Hey, it is the road to the playoffs. You don't want to miss our picks. It's Hector V and myself coming up next. And yeah, another week. Hector, what's going on?
Man, I just feel like my face got rubbed and drugged through the mud last week. What was going on with us last week?
I don't know, man, but it was wild, and I'm telling you, hopefully this is the best week for us, man. It really is.
Yeah.
A lot of upsets that our picks was just wilding, right?
Yeah.
Even I lost money this past week. Week 12 was not a good week for me. I don't think it was good for anyone.
Especially Thanksgiving. I mean, I enjoyed time with the family and food, but watching the games, man, I was like, what is going on here, man? Road team after road team. Home teams didn't show up. Didn't seem like it.
Dallas didn't show up. I mean, look, even that ringtone's not showing up. Be like, yeah, you're right.
Yes,
hey,
sir.
Man, let's get right to it, man. A lot of news is happening. And we'll definitely cover it real quick. But first, hey, it's week 13. Okay, week 13, and the playoffs are on the line. As you can see, our ticker that from 1 through 7 on both the AFC and the NFC. What is looking at right now? Okay, in position. And to be honest with you, I'm surprised that the Washington football team are definitely number 7 seed right now.
Yes, they are. They've won like a couple of them in a row, 3, 4 in a row. Yes, I mean that's what's so surprising. I think they kind of snuck up on everybody, just winning week after week and everything like that. So, I mean, I'm really surprised that they're up there after I saw the win against Seattle. Then I was like, let me go back here and see what's going on here, because they've been winning a couple of games in a row here, and started looking at the playoff scenario. I was like, wow.
The Washington football team, like the way they won it, like they almost could have cost them that game. For the final play was the kickoff. The what's that called? They had they kicked the ball close. Man, I even forgot my words, man. Onside kick. There you go.
Yeah.
Onside kick, in which at first Seattle did grab it, but they weren't lined up properly, so they had to kick it again. And unfortunately for Seattle, their hopes for the playoffs is almost gone, man. I mean, they're
Yeah,
done with.
I just feel like they might have rushed Russell Wilson back a little too soon, hoping that they can, get him back, like we can win some games. But I don't know. I just feel like he's still hurt. I don't know. It just doesn't look like the same Russell Wilson to me.
The team doesn't look like they're the same. I mean, they're playing the game. They
Yeah,
just don't look like they have that energy like they usually do.
yeah. I mean, and that's kind of sad to say because that's not the Russell Wilson that we're used to. That's not the Legion of Boom that we're used to seeing. So, yeah, I mean, this is pretty much a washed up season for them. They might as well just chalk it up and just get ready for next year.
Yeah, well, hey, let's check it out. Cowboys at the Saints. That's Thursday night football. The Cowboys suffering a loss on Thanksgiving to the Raiders. Now they're going to visit the Saints. The Saints have a new starting quarterback. Hill is going to be the starting quarterback. And what's at stake here? What's going to happen? I don't know. But the coach of the Cowboys, he ain't going to be there because he's COVID-19. And Quinn is going to be the interim head coach, in
Hmm.
which the Saints are familiar with him when he was the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons. So what do you think is going to happen here?
It's kind of hard to say honestly because, looking at everything in general, the Saints have lost four in a row. At one time, they were the high-powered dominant, one of the dominant teams, and next thing you know, they started falling apart. The Cowboys, they were on top. Everybody talking about Super Bowl for the Cowboys. Came back down to reality. So something got to give it. They both lost on Thanksgiving, right? I mean, the Cowboys was an embarrassment on one side. Saints was just embarrassed on another way at home. And so I'm like, okay, who do we go here? Because the Cowboys have lost the last three in New Orleans. The last time they won in New Orleans was in 2009. Okay, so something got to give here. Honestly, I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm going to stick with the Cowboys. I think they just got the better quarterback here. Even though they are kind of jacked up in all other kind of ways, hopefully they don't get into a fight and get another suspensions and other things like that. But I think the Saints just got things. They got to figure things out more. The Cowboys at least got something figured out. It goes back to what I was saying last week. They got the puzzle. They just can't seem to put the pieces together. The
Well,
Saints, they don't have the pieces for the puzzle.
the Payton seems like he got the formula because he's changing out quarterbacks. He got Hill as the starting quarterback. He's doing something, and I won't doubt that he's gonna have this team prepared. I mean, the Cowboys are only favorite 4.5.
I know.
And
I
so
know.
it's not that great for the Cowboys. And then Quinn to be the head coach. I mean, he wasn't even that great with the
Yeah.
Falcons. I
Yeah.
mean,
But no,
this
I
is the
get it.
guy that blew 25-point lead,
To
against
the
the
to the
Patriots in the
Patriots.
Super Bowl,
Yeah.
right? And then
Yeah.
ever since that, they struggled. So I'm picking the
Hmm.
Saints
Yeah.
at home. We're gonna have a home team winning this week, and the Saints, I won't be surprised the score is 36-24. That's what
You
I'm
know,
in this one.
and I can't argue with that because I mean, you think the New Orleans Saints they still got something to play for. They could try to get into that playoff spot again. So they you think they would try to snap out of this funk, and I can't argue with that. I mean, I got the Cowboys in this one. I think they're just still the better team overall, despite the fact that COVID is hitting all of a sudden. Now we got to be careful with that now, because COVID is
Yeah,
starting to take all over again. This new variant, so this is getting a little out of hand though. But yeah, so we got our first disagreement. Nice way to start the show off.
that
Yeah.
very, very, because definitely I gotta like full speed ahead. I gotta get separated from you. But the Buccaneers and the Falcons are at it. I'll take it first on this one. I got the Bucks. They're going to
Hmm.
represent again. I got the Bucks 40-21 on this one.
Yeah, it's crazy because that game last week with Tampa Bay, man, I was like, okay, I know we picked Indianapolis, man, but Brady, man, he's just showing back. He's just going back to his old ways, man. There's nothing that stops him doing what he needs to do to get back to the Super Bowl. I got the Buccaneers here. The Falcons, to me, are just twiddling their feathers all over the place here. So, yeah, I'm going with Tampa Bay on this one. I got no problem with that. So,
All right, the Giants are trying to bounce back in the win column as they took care of business against the Eagles. Like defense looked like
ugh.
they were the elite all of a sudden, but I'm not basing that on just one game. But then again, they are traveling to Miami to face the Dolphins, and I got the Giants winning by 1 point. I'm picking them
Wow.
24-23 to beat the Dolphins.
Wow. I was struggling with this game a little bit because I mean, are we not even for sure if Daniel Jones is going to be playing or not with his stiff neck? So I mean,
You
I don't
really
know.
want me to talk about a stiff neck? Really?
Hey,
Really? Come on, man.
you know, I
No.
think but I think if anything, whether Daniel Jones start or not, I think they would need Saquon Barkley to get back on track. To try to go against that Miami run defense. But I'm sorry, I'm just not sold yet. I mean, last week to me was a fluke. I think Jalen Hurt lost that game. I don't think the Giants won that game. I mean, I sat there and got to watch it here in Texas, and I'm sitting there just shaking my head. There was not a moment in that game which I was excited that the Giants did anything in that game.
Mm.
I mean, I'm sorry. There was just nothing exciting to me. I mean, I guess I'm just numb to watching them just fall apart this year. I'm going with the Dolphins this time. I mean, they got the hot hand going on right now. They're what? They won four in a row. They're back in the playoff hunt. When they were left for dead and about chopped up in the tuna can. These Dolphins are riding high in the waves, and they're back in the playoff hunt. So I got the Dolphins in this one.
Look, man, every time I go against the Giants, they end up winning. So now
Yes,
I'm going
yes.
against the Giants. I might even give you a win by purpose because you need it. All right.
I'm
You
only
need
one
one
game
to
behind
catch
you.
up. Exactly. That is the one. Everything else, you're not winning. The Colts visits the Texans. The Colts are looking solid right now. The Texans, there's nothing that I can explain about the Texans, but I definitely got you to. I said the last two first. You taking this one. So who you
You know,
got?
the Texans was an embarrassment last week when we picked them and they lost to the Jets. I'm sorry, the Colts, man. They What can you say bad about the Colts? I mean, they got Jonathan Taylor, who because of Henry's down and out for the season. Now Jonathan Taylor leads the league in rushing. He's going to lead the league in rushing at the end of the season. This man is unstoppable right now. I don't think the Buccaneers was able to stop him last week. I mean, he was just running at will. Okay, and that's what's going to happen here with Houston. I mean, Houston may be able to score a little bit here and there, but with Carson Wentz throwing a couple of passing touchdowns and Jonathan Taylor taking care of the run game, the Colts are going to take care of business in Houston. So yeah, they're going to take care of this.
Well, the Colts need to take care of business if they want to chase and catch up to the playoffs.
Yeah.
So they're outside looking in right now. So, but yeah, I'm definitely got the Colts. I have to score 27-13 on this one.
That sounds good.
All right, the Cardinals at the Bears. Now the Cardinals are red hot, number one seed, but they're going against the Bears, which we don't know what kind of identity these type of Bears are.
Yeah, I mean, the Bears should have lost last week on Thanksgiving, but with the Lions calling two timeouts within a couple of seconds, I think that was just bogus.
That was just
That-
bad luck for a team that got no wins, and then
yeah,
they don't get no calls whatsoever.
yeah, and then the Cardinals are coming off this bye week, hoping that they get Kyler Murray back, they get DeAndre Hopkins back, and of course we know Justin Fields is still dealing with his injury, so Andy Dalton is going to be starting again. But I don't think Dalton's going to be able to do what he's going to have enough to do against this Cardinals offense. I mean, who ranks in the top 10 in passing, rushing, and everything. So I got the Cardinals taking care of this game pretty good, pretty easily.
I'm not gonna say it's gonna be easy, but I am gonna say that they're going to win.
Hmm.
Um, Surprisingly, I think the Bears will score a couple of touchdowns. I'm averaging here 30-20 the Cardinals over the Bears.
Okay. I mean, two scores. I could see that. I could see that.
I can also see the Vikings getting back on track and beating the Lions on this one because I don't even know if the Lions are able to play some football. I mean, they play at the level as the other team. You see what I'm saying? If the
But the
team
line,
is playing hard, they play hard. If the team is slacking, they slacken. So it's like these spreads, with the Lions. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like they just hang in there at that level and they find a way to choke at the very end. And that's why I'm picking the Vikings to beat the Lions.
the Vikings beat them on a last minute field goal in that game when they first met earlier this year. So again, that was a game that the Lions could have won, and it was in Minnesota, so they barely won. Now they're going to Detroit, which where they just lost on a field goal to Chicago, another division foe. So yeah, and you know what? I like the way Minnesota was playing last week against San Francisco. Um, They are literally right behind Washington for that 7th spot. Okay. I think they may have the same record, but because of conference record, Washington has a better conference record than Minnesota, so that gives them the edge. But the Vikings are not giving up here. I mean, they play hard football all year, even though they pretty bad on the run defense, but so are the Lions. So, you know, I think Minnesota will best Detroit in this one. So I got the Vikings winning this game.
All right, the Chargers at the Bengals.
All right. You know what? This one was pretty easy for me. I mean, I like Justin Herbert, um, but the Bengals coming off this statement win against Pittsburgh last week. Okay, and then of course the Chargers flying. I think cross country to Cincinnati is going to make a difference also too. I got Cincinnati winning this game probably by maybe by field goal or a touchdown. I think the Bengals will win this game. It's just something about the Chargers, they cannot stop the run. I just don't see them being able to stop the run in this. And with Joe Burrow, having his weapons on offense, they're going to take care of business and they're going to take the lightning bolts and pew, send them back to Los Angeles.
I love your sound effects on this one. I really do.
Pew.
Yes. But I also got the Bengals 22-16 over the Chargers in this one. So yeah, I agree with you there. Too much agreement there. I don't like it. The Eagles at the Jets. The Eagles going back to back at MetLife Stadium this time. I don't know what happened last week against the Giants, but this week I think they're going out for revenge. Like they're going to show that they can score. They're going to score over the Jets. I got the Eagles on this one.
Yeah, I don't think
44-13. 44-13 is my score.
Yeah, I don't see the Eagles throwing an egg in 2 weeks in a row at MetLife Stadium. Honestly, Jalen Hurts should be able to bounce back. We are talking about the Jets. Their defense, I think, allows over 260 yards a game. So the Eagles should be able to run the ball easily on the Jets here. The Jets got lucky against Houston.
Should, but it hasn't been sure the last couple of weeks for us.
I know, but the Jets got lucky last week against the Texans. I mean, that was just the toilet bowl game there. But I think crunch time, the Eagles, they know they got the easier schedule coming up. They have to capitalize. It was a missed opportunity last week, but they bounce back and they get the win.
Washington at the Raiders.
This one's kind of intriguing because I've been following more of the Raiders, on how they've been playing this year, going back and forth with the NFC East. They laid a goose egg against the Giants, but they found a way of destroying Philadelphia. And then the penalty infested game against the Dallas Cowboys. It's like, what we going on here? What kind of Raider team we getting here? And then Washington is just on a riding high, right? But I'm going with the Raiders on this one. I am going with the Raiders. I think they're gonna fix what they messed up on Thanksgiving because they knew they could have gave that game away. And I just think they're just going to slow Washington down a little bit here because they're just riding on this Washington train. I don't know where is it going, but I think it's going to get derailed by the Raiders here. So I'm going to go with the Raiders.
I disagree with you, man.
Okay.
I think Washington's going to skin by the Raiders by a field goal. I think that you would think you expect a high-scoring game, but this is going to be a low-scoring game.
Yeah.
And I think Washington's going to continue to run. And I think Gibson from the Washington running back, I mean, right now he's at 154 carries with 601 yards, got 5 rushing touchdowns. He's been a difference maker with this winning streak going on, and I think that's going to continue. And as far as Las Vegas is concerned, dude, I mean, this is supposed to be the top team. They're only 3-3 at home.
Yeah.
Right. So I picked them to be Super Bowl contenders, but they ain't showing me they're Super Bowl contenders no more.
Oh, I know.
I'm disappointed. I am. So I've got Washington on this one. 13-10 is the final score I got.
Okay, I can see that.
The Jaguars at the Rams.
Man, what is going on with the Rams? I'm not so worried about the Jacksonville because they're just on rebuild mode. But the Rams, ever since getting Von Miller, OBJ, they have not won a game yet. And it's crazy that they're still on the top wild card team with 3 losses in a row. And I think this is a game that they need to be careful with. I know they're probably favored by double digits against Jacksonville because they're at home, but losing three in a row, and I don't even think because I don't really go too much against the spread or anything, but I don't think they was able to cover the spread, for the last couple of weeks. But regardless, I think the Rams are going to bounce. This is a bounce back game for them. I think they get right here and they take down Jacksonville. To me, this should be a tune up game for the Rams to start getting things back in order to make a run because I think the division is far fetched. They're not going to win that division. But
Well,
trying to
I'm gonna
stay
tell you right now. I do agree that the Rams are going to win, but they got the spread at 12 and a half in
12 and
favor
a
of the
half.
Rams. If you are betting, I suggest you
Yeah.
pick the Jaguars
Yeah, I wouldn't take, yeah.
because my final score that I got here is 28-17.
Okay,
That's
because
what I got.
okay, you say 12 and a half because I know Jacksonville is 2-0 against the spread when it comes to being a double digit underdog. So they covered twice this year. That I do know. So yeah, I would take that. If you was gonna make a bet, I would take the Jaguars plus the 12 and a half. Yeah.
Outstanding. I'm glad
Yeah.
that we think alike on that one. 49ers at Seahawks. Now, I'm gonna take this one. The 49ers are going to win. But I had told you that the Seahawks, when they went to San Francisco, they're going to win, and they did win. We're
Mhm.
going to reverse this. Now the 49ers travel to Seattle. There ain't no 12th man stopping the 49ers on this one. The 49ers are guaranteed going to win of a score of 28-21.
Hey, the Seahawks have, I think, the worst pass defense in the league right now. And with Jimmy G at the helms of the quarterback for the 49ers, I don't see what they're gonna do to I don't see Seattle doing anything to stop that. I mean, I hate to see the Hawks be in the situation that they are. I like Russell Wilson, but the 49ers got a lot more to play for than the Seahawks right now. And they needed that win last week against Minnesota. They needed that. They got it. Now they're playing Seattle. They need this win. I think the 49ers bounce back and win this also.
All right, the Ravens at the Steelers.
Quote the Ravens nevermore. What was that? Who was that? Who was that? Hamlet or something like that? I don't remember who it was. I'm not poetry or anything like that. But look, the Steelers, they just they're just all over the place. They look like a debacle. They look like a shambles. Baltimore, I think Baltimore should win this game. I think they're going to take command of the AFC North by winning this game. This is a road game. I think they're going to take it, and I think they're going to rely on their run game. So they don't have to worry about because I think Pittsburgh's defense is kind of run defense is kind of shaky a little bit, and they don't have T.J. Watt. So I think Baltimore's going to be able to have their way on the ground with them, and then just play a couple of air games, and they'll beat the Ravens. I think so. I mean,
It's
the
just
Ravens will beat the
something
Steelers.
that a lot of people are saying that Beth Roethlisberger should hang it up.
I
Uh,
think so. I
and,
think
and,
so.
and quite frankly, yeah, I do agree. And I think sometimes people stick around because they want to keep their names on top of those stats, right? But
Mm.
I'm gonna disagree with you on this one. The
Okay.
Ravens are getting lucky, okay? And what
Hmm.
other team knows the Ravens so well than the Pittsburgh Steelers? And
Oh yeah.
I think Mike Tomlin got their foot up their asses this past week because someone I forgot which player was saying that, oh, we're not having music in practices and stuff like that. They don't make it fun. But there's nothing fun going on in Pittsburgh. Matter of fact, there's nothing should be fun in Pittsburgh. Just the fact that I look at their record. So I'm telling you right now, some way, somehow, I got this game Steelers 22 and the Ravens 20, and it's gonna be an upset. That's my opinion.
You know, I wouldn't really call it an upset. We're talking about the Steelers here. You know what I'm saying? They got a rich history. You know what I'm saying? As far as the franchise, I mean, they're just struggling a little bit this year. So I really wouldn't call that an upset if they beat the Ravens because these two, like you said, they know each other so well since Baltimore came into the league and joined that division.
Yeah, but
So
come from behind games can the Ravens do?
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
And I just don't somehow your luck got to run out. Now I understand the Steelers are struggling, but this is a rivalry game and
yes,
anything
yeah.
can happen. And that's why I'm leaning over to the Steelers. A lot of people say, dude, you should pick the Ravens. Well, guess what?
No,
I'm not betting on this game anyway.
right,
So I'm
right.
taking the Steelers.
No, that's cool, and I respect that. Sure, should be a fun matchup between these two. And Pittsburgh really needs it more. I mean, Baltimore, well, they do need it because they know they got New England right up on their tail right now, right on them. So
Mm-hmm.
Baltimore's still holding on to the number one seed by a thread.
Yeah, and guess what? The Broncos at the Chiefs. A very
Man,
important game for these two teams.
big time. I mean, I think they got the Chiefs almost a 10-point favorite in this game or close to it. I mean, the Chiefs coming off a bye week. They're really hot right now. They got hot at the right time. Okay, but the Broncos had a very impressive win against the Chargers. I mean, yeah, it was a close game, but you still beat the Chargers. That's a game that they needed to win, to stay in that playoff hunt. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is going to set up a good AFC, West matchup here, and I got the Chiefs winning this one. They're at home. They're hot right now at the house. So yeah, I got the Chiefs winning this game over the Broncos.
Right, the Chiefs are right now on a 4-game winning streak,
Yeah.
being at home. And the Broncos, look, they're 6-5 right now, but they both these teams got a tie 1-1 in their division, and the Chiefs will come out on top on this one. I do believe you on that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Man.
as a matter of fact, this game is actually Sunday night football, so pretty everyone's gonna get to see what the Broncos and Chiefs have on this, and then on Monday night football, the Patriots at the Bills. Now, if you guys tune in to HHW Show, visit that website hhwshow.com, and let me pull this up real quick because I'm just gonna show off my writing, man. I'm gonna show off my blog. I got to. Okay, all 4 downs. Okay, and I'm gonna scroll down. And let me share this with y'all because I'm proud of what I did. I am. I'm proud of what I've written in here. Guess what? What do you see in the middle right there? You
Uh,
see,
oh yeah, I
you
see Mac.
see
I
it.
see the picture. Yeah.
You see Mac Jones, Rookie of the Year. That is the blog that I posted. Okay, and you click on it real quick. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at all this. Look at all the accomplishments that Mac Jones has done. All because everyone thought that the other quarterbacks, the other 4 quarterbacks in that draft, thought they were way better than Mac Jones. Okay? They thought they were way better than Mac Jones. I don't have to go through details on this one. You could argue all you want, oh, because he's in the right system. No. He is educated. He knows what he's doing. He pays attention. He doesn't slouch. He doesn't do other things. He goes back to the bench, takes his tablet, and starts studying even more so he can get better and better at every snap. And that's an example of what you should do with your rookie quarterback. And this is why Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots let go of Cam Newton. And now you know what type of Cam Newton is in Carolina with his attitude over there. And look what they got now. Look at the product they got right now. That the New England Patriots are in first place in the AFC East with a rookie. Okay. Bottom line. So, yeah, I'm a New York Giants fan, but I'm a Mac Jones fan. And look at seeing him in Alabama, what he did, what he accomplished to go to New England and doing what he's doing. Yes. All that and all, no disrespect to the Bills. The Patriots 23, the Bills 20. And this is an example what you could see in the divisional playoffs this winter. All right. And I'm excited for it. So, yes, bring it on, Patriots.
Yeah. I mean, everything you said there was on point. I mean, I can't argue with that. I mean, Mac Jones is by far going to probably be the rookie of the year. He's got the Patriots riding high right now, but I kind of question the 5 victories that the Patriots have gotten in the last 5 games. Okay, so they beat Tennessee. I mean, they destroyed Tennessee, right? But they don't have Derrick Henry there. Could that have been different if Derrick Henry was there? Okay, I'm just saying. Because then Tennessee would have had a run game. They may be able to do something. The Falcons, they're all over the place. We already know the Falcons. I mean, they even shut them out. That was an embarrassment. The Browns, they had their own issues. They destroyed Cleveland. Okay. Panthers, well, Cam Newton, Sam Darnold, it didn't matter. The Panthers, I mean, hell, our Giants even beat them. Okay. So that tells you what the Panthers' state of mind is in Carolina. And then the only competition they had in the 5-game winning streak was the Chargers. They won by 3. They beat Justin Herbert on that one. So I kind of just a little bit question, can they do it in the big moments? You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, they made a rookie mistake against the Cowboys. They should have won that game, but it seemed like maybe the Cowboys just had a better squad and they took advantage. You know, Prescott did what he had to do to win that game. So yeah, it was just those were learning curves. Week 1, a 1-point loss to the Dolphins. I can overlook that. That was his first pro game. you know, he get over that. But in this situation, I like you was talking about the Raiders earlier. I picked the Bills for to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl, and it seemed like they're sliding away. But you look at New England, who's number two in the AFC playoff picture, and Buffalo's seven. They're in the same division. They're either half game or one game difference between number two seed and the number seven seed. Okay, Buffalo is still ranked in the top 10, on defense. When it comes to pass defense, run defense, overall defense, Buffalo still is up there ranked in defense. And I think that's going to make a difference, with Mac Jones. This is the first time these two are playing this year. Okay, I know New England has their number against Josh Allen last year. I mean, there's something about Bill Belichick. He just got Josh Allen's number. I get it. But I think this year is something different. They're in Buffalo this time. If it was in New England, I may change it up because we do got to do that game later on. But for this one in Buffalo, Monday night, I think the Bills bounce back and they win this game. It's going to be a very tight game, but that takes nothing away from Mac Jones. I take nothing away from that kid, and I take away nothing away from the Patriots. I said it, weeks ago. The Patriots are a fun team to watch, and I'm enjoying watching them play because they're just running up the ladder in the AFC. But I just think the Bills defense is going to shut down anything that Mac Jones is going to try to do to win this game on Monday night, and it's going to be a one-score game. I think it's going to be less than a field goal, maybe a 2-point game. But I think Buffalo will pull out this victory come Monday night.
Well, I'm going to correct you there, okay? The New England Patriots started against Miami with Mac Jones, and they lost by a point.
Mm-hmm.
He's a rookie.
Yeah.
He's making mistakes. He beat the Jets 25-6, which is the Jets are the Jets. They went against New Orleans. They lost to New Orleans. Then they played Tampa Bay. They lost by 2 points to Tampa Bay. Okay. They beat Houston. It was crazy atmosphere. Then they played Dallas. They lost in overtime. They didn't even really got an opportunity. So watch this. You ready? This is where the fun part starts. Because they went against the Jets again and they whooped them the second time around. They beat the Chargers where they were hot at the time. Then they beat Carolina, Cleveland, and Atlanta, all within less than 7 points. So the defense did their job, allowing the Mac Jones to still develop. And given that Mac Jones and the offense time to win time of possession, that's all you need. And yeah, Tennessee didn't have Derrick Henry, but does it really change the dynamic? I mean, look at the quarterback throwing 4 interceptions. Tannehill. I mean, dude, look straight up garbage. You know what I mean? You mean to tell me they didn't have another running back that continue and succeed? It doesn't matter. The thing is that New England's handling business the right way, and every time Mac Jones is there in every game, his stats get better and better, and that's what I like. Okay, I mean, look, if the last game, let me see, Mac Jones threw 23 for 32 for 310 yards. His career completion in 1 year, it's 70%. All right, 70%, which is better than Aaron Rodgers, better than Patrick Mahomes. Who else? Jalen Hurts. Look, he's doing a better job than any other rookies in his draft. So why? I'm telling you, this is the guy that I know. Look, he's not no Tom Brady. This guy is another breed of one of the greatest quarterbacks in the future that we're going to say about him. As long as he stays healthy, he follows the rules, and he's doing that Belichick stuff, I'm telling you, he's going to be one of the greats. And I got to give him props, and this is the reason why he's going to showboat and let the world know that the New England Patriots are going to be the dangerous team in the playoffs.
Yeah, I take none away from that. I mean, there's nothing about that I'm going to argue. I mean, the Patriots are riding high. I just think right now that Buffalo's defense is still up there, and I think they're going to be able to shut down that offense, just slow them down to the point where they can get enough points. Because within this 5-6 game stretch, New England's defense has ranked themselves up there. Okay, so their defense is going to match up well against Buffalo's offense. That's great. But I'm just kind of concerned about New England's run defense. They're 20th in the league. So someone like Devin Singletary, if they give him too much, he's going to probably take advantage of that. So if they do shut down Allen's air game, can New England stop the run game for Buffalo? And then on the flip side, now I want to see him really get challenged against a defense. And Mac Jones is going to get a test come Monday night with that Buffalo defense, and that's why I think Buffalo is going to edge this game. It's not going to be a walk away. It's not going to be a walk in the park. This is going to be a dog fight between these two. But I'm giving a slight edge to Buffalo on this game.
All right, and there you have it. It's week 13 picks. Who you think is going to have a better chance, myself or Hector? I'm telling you, man, I'm going to run away from this cat. All right, I'm already hit over 100 wins against this guy.
You got 100
still
on the
thinks,
dot.
it's still over, baby. It's over. It's over. But you know what's not going to be? I'm giving you one win right here.
I'm telling you what, this is the color you're going to be bleeding on Sunday. You're going to be bleeding red everywhere.
Hey, talking about red, happy holidays. The holidays are coming. Red and green, everything else. No, put on the lights, put on everything. It's time, man. We're getting near to this playoffs. And of course, we got that one extra game going to week 17. Mm-hmm. But it's getting interesting, man, because the teams that we thought that there's going to be riding high, they're slipping, and those mediocre teams are actually stepping up. So I'm glad to see that the true colors are coming at the right time. So, hey, but stay tuned, because next week we're going to give you a recap of our wins and losses and talk about week 14 games that's happening. But hey, this show is brought to you by CMG Sports Podcast Network. Hey, it's a holiday special going on at clovercrestmedia.com. So if you're interested in starting your own podcast, by all means, go ahead and sign up, clovercrestmedia.com, for $35 a month, unlimited. They got your back, man. Unlimited storage, everything, the whole 9 yards. They will set your show up. You're going to be a success. So by all means, go to clovercrestmedia.com, sign up if you want to start your own podcast. Just $35 a month, unlimited. You can't beat that offer. That offer ain't going to last forever. So you got to get it on there, man. So if you're interested in making up your own podcast, clovercrestmedia.com. That's it, baby. And I got to display this real quick because they're going to be like, Clover who? Clover who? I don't know what you're talking about, man. And it's displayed right here in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. That's www.clovercrestmedia.com. Hector, it's been a pleasure.
Yes, sir.
I can't wait over the weekend so I can text and tell you I told you so.
Okay, we'll see.
Yeah, man. NFL Red Zone. I mean, that's my favorite channel, man. I mean, I love seeing the Red Zone. Nothing but action. I don't have to fall asleep on the commercials. But speaking about commercials, I'm going to have to bounce real quick because I got some reckless something going on in the background there I got to take care of business of. But hey, once again, thank you for watching All Four Downs. On behalf of Hector V and myself, stay safe, everyone, and enjoy some football.